this beast of a car. I've been talking about it for most of the show already. It's the Aston Martin DBX 707 that I'm lucky enough to test out this week. 697 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds, even though it weighs 5,000 pounds. What's your take?
Yeah, it's a great car. It sounds good. It's got the performance. So it's the fastest luxury SUV out there. It's even quicker than the Ferrari Purosangue, which is double the price. And it makes up 70% of the mix of DBX sales. So it's a better price point, it's a better car, and it's selling well for Aston Martin.
So I haven't driven the new Ferrari
yet.
Well, I don't know if I will. That's kind of like a different level, and they're very difficult to get.
Maybe Michael Dean can help you out. Maybe.
Hannah Elliott has... Michael, have you driven the new Ferrari? I don't want to get sidetracked, but...
No, I've been in it. I haven't driven it, but Hannah Elliott has, so we'll have to ask her.
She has like better access than anybody. And she's driven this Aston a few times. I have to say, I absolutely love driving it.
Okay.
Now, it has different modes. You can put it in an all-terrain mode. It has a GT Grand Touring mode. It has Sport and Sport Plus. I think they're useless. You only need Sport Plus. Everything else sucks, and Sport Plus is the greatest experience you could possibly have in an SUV, at least in my experience. But it's frustrating in a number of other ways, Michael. There's no wireless CarPlay, which means I can't use Google Maps. I have to use their extremely dated navigation technology, which just doesn't work that well. If I do want to plug in my iPhone to the Aston Martin, it still has the old clunky USB ports. It doesn't have the new USB-C ports, so I don't have those old plugs anymore at my house. There's no touch screen, right? Now, I know these are, for most people, it doesn't matter if you buy a car for the engine and to drive it, but honestly, on a day-to-day basis, if I'm spending $300,000, I want the best tech. Why can't they deliver it?
Yeah, maybe you're just being fussy, but no, it's true. When the competition has the high tech, so if you look at the Lamborghini Urus, it has a touch screen, it has all the correct interface, it has the connectivity. And what happens is that Aston Martin uses Mercedes technology, but this is the old technology. So you'll have an updated version, probably about 12, 18 months, which will have a flat screen, which will have the connectivity, and also you'll probably have a plug-in hybrid option. So that is coming, but hopefully that doesn't take away the experience of driving the vehicle.
It doesn't at all, but there's certain... So it has these hydraulic struts in the doors. I've never seen anything like this. You can actually look at them when you open and close the door. We probably have video of it. That's supposed to make the doors, I guess, more comfortable and easy to use, but in fact, they're the hardest doors to open and close that I've experienced in almost any car in the last decade, which is weird. I do like it better than the Lamborghini Urus on almost every level, which says a lot because I'm a huge Lamborghini fanboy, but I think it looks better. It's definitely faster. I think it's more fun to drive. The transmission I like a lot better, which I guess is a Mercedes transmission as well, right? So in terms of the driving experience, I don't know if it can be beat. There's a new challenger in the class, actually a little bit lower, the Porsche Cayenne Turbo Hybrid, which is just coming out, that seems to be, at least on paper, as fast and like half the price. What do you think about that?
Yes, I'm with you. I think Aston Martin is my favorite brand as well, and the drivability is there. But also Porsche ranks pretty high on my best list. And I think the new Porsche Cayenne is an excellent vehicle. It has all the high tech. The engine is fantastic. And it will sell extremely well because it's at a better price point. So, yeah, they're doing well with the new Cayenne. There's no doubt about that.
Aston Martin stock is up 117% year to date. What's going on there?
Yeah, you've got to take into account that it's down almost 90% from when it IPO'd in 2018. So it's had a really tough time since it's come to the stock market. It's got a new set of managers. It's got some new investors. So Lawrence Stroll, he's the main owner. You've had Geely take a 10% stake. You've got the Saudi PIF taking a stake. So they're finally getting it right. They've got new products just being launched. So the new DB12 was launched this month. This is hopefully going to turn around the cash flow to be positive. It hasn't been positive in the years that it's been a listed company, and they have 2 other vehicles coming fairly soon. So they're on the right path. They've got enough cash to manage certainly for the next 6 to 12 months, and it's getting this free cash flow into positive territory that will be key to them in terms of their performance in the next 12 months or so.
We're showing the video of the car now, or we were for a moment. And if you go to youtube.com and search Bloomberg Radio, you can watch us streaming live. And guys, let's keep showing the video. It's about the car, right? Let's keep showing the car. One of the things that I thought that's a little bit disappointing for a car that, blows me away in almost every aspect from a driving perspective is the boringness of the engine layout. The Lamborghini Urus, the Mercedes AMGs, the Porsche Cayenne Turbo, the Aston Martin DBX, they all have a twin turbo, 4-liter V8. What gives? Why not have a raging V12? In this sense, I think Ferrari tops everybody else, although obviously it's more expensive as well.
Yeah, the V12 6.5 litre that's in the pure same way is a special engine indeed. But the thing is, because Ferrari only makes less than 20,000 cars, it doesn't have to adhere to the same emission regulation that the likes of Porsche and even Lamborghini, because it's part of Volkswagen, has to. So they have the twin turbos to make them more fuel efficient. But hopefully that doesn't take away too much from the enjoyment, at least listening to the engine. I quite like the V8s in those vehicles.
It sounds delicious. In fact...
But we're not going to be able to say that for many more years, are we?
No, we won't.
And I don't know how you car guys, deal with that and accept it.
This is something that I was asking Michael Andretti yesterday. I've asked Lawrence Stroll as well.
Lawrence Stroll is
the owner of Aston Martin.
Aston Martin.
Or at least a huge chunk of it, and he runs their F1 team as well. What do you think, Michael? How does racing and how do luxury cars make this transition? I was test driving the BMW XM a couple of weeks ago, and the sound was really disappointing. And that has a V8, but it's a hybrid. Yeah,
I'm probably going to disappoint you and also my colleague Kevin Tynan in that I've actually bought a fully electric vehicle. So I've got the BMW iX50, and I've got to say it's awesome performance. But the one thing that is lacking is the engine noise, and it does make a difference, and it will put people off. The good thing for the luxury car makers, they've got an extended period of grace into which they can phase out their V12s. So the V12s will become V8s, the V8s will become V6s. So we'll still have a ICE, so internal combustion engine, in the luxury brands for many years to come, but they will be electrified in some way, and that's certainly going to happen with the Aston Martin DBX. It's going to happen with the Urus. It's already happened with the Bentayga, and as you mentioned, it's on the Cayenne. So yeah, we're going to have ICE engines for many more years yet for the luxury car makers, I think.